Hello, my name is B.Rogers, and today we're going to be talking about the Kramer abacus. The abacus has been around for over 2,000 years in some shape, form, or fashion. The Kramer abacus was designed in 1962 for the visually impaired. On this abacus, you have 5 beads. Alright, and there's one above the center bar, which is right here, and then you have 4 below the center bar. There's a felt red backing, and what this does is it holds beads in place unless you deliberately move them. On this abacus, there's 13 vertical rods with sliding beads that's separated by a center bar. Starting on the right, each rod represents a place value. The rod on the far right represents ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, so on and so forth until you get to the trillions. There are raised dots on the bar below and on the center bar, and that's just to help locate place value. The beads above the bar, or above the center bar, is called the 5 bead. All the ones below are called the 1 bead. And when we count, we only count the beads that are pushed against the center bar. Alright? So to count, we would go 1, 2. So if we set the number 2, we would only count the ones that are touching this center bar right here. Alright, then this would be 3, 4, and then to get to 5, you have to come to your 5 bead, pull it down all in one motion to get 5, and then you would go 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, 10, remember this is your tens column, you have to add 1 and then set your 0. When we talk about setting and clearing, clearing means that the board or your abacus looks just like this. You've set 0 because there's no beads touching the center bar. When you set a number, the teacher might say set the number 2. So 1, 2, that's what's touching the center bar. Okay? Now, what are some of the advantages of using this or using the abacus? It's an easy way for learners to access counting, writing numbers, and place value. It also gives students another way to read and write numbers. You can introduce it as early as kindergarten, and it's useful in higher grades for complex problems and larger numbers. The abacus is faster than using a braille writer. The abacus can be used for daily living skills such as recording a phone number or managing financial budgets. So in the next few videos, what we're going to talk about is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And I will go through each step and tell you and show you how this works. So we're going to move into addition problems, and we're going to start off real simple, and then we're going to move into some more complex addition problems. We're going to use the 5 bead. We're going to have to carry numbers and clear numbers to get answers. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to position the screen to where you can see the abacus as I manipulate the beads, and I'm going to use terminology that you would use with a student that you're teaching that's just learning how to use the abacus. Okay, so the first problem we're going to do is 2 plus 2. So the first thing that you got to do is you got to set the number. So you're going to set the first number in the problem. So in 2 plus 2, the first number would be 2. So we're going to go 1, 2. All right, so we set that number. So then we're going to add 2 to that. So it would be 1, 2. So 2 plus 2 would be 4. Now we're going to clear that, meaning that we are going to get it back to 0. And remember, when you're finding your answer, you only add the numbers or count the numbers that are touching the center bar. Okay? So 3 plus 2. So we're going to set the 3, and then we're going to add 2. All right? So we're going to add. So we move 1 bead up. We have no more beads that we can move. So what we have to do is we have to come here to our 5 bead, and this is all one motion. You slide your 5 bead down and pull the 4 beads down. So 3 plus 2 would be 5. Now we're going to get into another one that is going to require you to carry a number and clear some numbers, okay? So let's clear this other problem. So let's do 9 plus 1. So let's set the number 9, and let's add 1. Well, we have no more beads that we can add over here, so we have to come over to our tens column and carry our 1. All right? So when we carry our 1, we clear our ones column to 0. And that's all considered one motion. All right, so that is 10. So another problem similar to this would be 99 plus 1. So let's set 99, and then let's add 1. So again, there's no beads that we can move in the ones column or the tens column, so we have to carry our number in the hundreds column. So we carry 1 up, and then again, this is considered one move. You move the 1 up, and then you have to clear all your zeros, or all your other columns, to make 100. Now, let's clear that. So now we're going to do just some simple, some more complex problems. So let's do 15 plus 38. So we'll set 15, and then we're going to add 38. All right, so we're going to work left to right on this problem. So we're going to add 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to add 8. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no beads that we can move, so we have to carry 1. Well, the only bead that we can move here is our 5 bead. So we carry our 5 bead down, all right, to make 5. We clear this, and it goes 6, 7, 8. So our answer would be 53. So 15 plus 38 is 53. Let's clear this. Moving into a little bit bigger problem. Let's go 163. So let's set 163 plus 241. So again, we work left to right. So let's add 2. 1, 2. And then we're going to add 4. 1, 2, 3. We have no more beads that we can move here, so we have to carry. This would be right here, clear. Okay, so that gets all of our, that's our 4 moves. So now we're going to add 1. All right, so our answer would be 404. So 163 plus 241 equals 404. All right, so let's clear that. A little bit bigger math problem, or addition problem. We're going to do 1015, so let's set 1015, 1015, plus 3,681. So, working left to right, let's add 3. So, 1, 2, 3. All right, now we're going to move to 6. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come up here, 5 bead. Slide our 5 bead down. 6. Okay. Now we're going to add 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we have to add 1. Add 1. So our answer would be 4,696. So 1,015 plus 3,681 would equal 4,696, which is what we have on our abacus. Okay, so we're going to move into subtraction right here, and subtraction is the opposite of addition. So instead of moving beads towards the bar like you do in addition, we're going to take them away from the bar. So that would make sense, I'm going to show you some problems, and we're going to do some that are real simple, and then we'll move into some more complex ones where we have to carry borrow numbers and stuff like that. So we'll go into some problems. Okay, so just a simple one. Let's do 8 minus 3. Okay, so let's set 8, and let's take away 3. All right, 1, 2, 3. So your answer is 5. So 8 minus 3 would be 5. Now, let's move into a little more difficult problem. All right, so let's do 69 minus 28. So set 69, or 60, and then 9. So 69. So now let's take away 28. So what we're going to do is we're going to go 1, okay? We don't have any more, so we have to slide these 4 beads up and push your 5 up, okay, to make your second move, to take away the 20. All right, so now we're going to take away 8. It'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? 5, 6, 7, 8. And your answer is 41, okay? So we had to borrow some numbers right there to get our answer. Now let's move into a little more difficult problem, okay? Let's do 95 minus 46. Okay, so let's set 95. All right, so let's take away 46. All right, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we took away the 40. Now we're going to take away 6. Okay, so your first move is we have to slide these up and move your 5 bead. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we have no more beads that we can take away, so we have to borrow 1. Okay, so what we do is we have to slide these up, push your 5 bead up, and set your 9 to make your 6, your 6th move. So your answer is going to be 49. Okay, so let's do one more, so you can kind of see how the borrowing works. Let's clear that. So let's set 805. So 805. Now we're going to do minus 209. So let's take away 200. 1, 2. Now 0 stays the same, and then we're going to take away 9. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can't borrow here. We can't borrow here, so we come over here. So this would be pull down, set your 9s, and then come over here, and then I'm trying to remember what move I was on, so let me think real quick. So I was on my 6th move. I'm sorry. Whenever I got to that point. So when I came over here, I had to slide 3 beads down to get my answer. So what the answer is going to be 596.